Alright guys, so welcome to today's video, and in today's video we will continue our work on our Anime Fighters game right here. And in the last episode, as you guys should hopefully know, we have dealt with our GUI, okay? And we have encountered one certain problem. And that problem is that when we have some fighters right here equipped, and when we try to unequip them, then we'll run into the following error. So there are a bunch of errors which are just being, printed out inside of our output, and we do not know how to take care of that. And in the last episode, I have suggested that we, just come up with a new movement system for our fighters, okay? So that system which makes your fighters move your body. And I think that I have found a solution to, to deal with this problem. So let me show you the solution. And for the solution, you need to get rid of this signal stuff, okay? So this does not work at all. Just get rid of it. Now, what you want to do is that you want to create a p-call, okay? So p-call function basically has the advantage that everything which is wrapped inside of it does not block the whole script. It does not, just stop the whole script from working once it encounters an error. So let me just write down this thing to demonstrate to you what I'm talking about. So we basically have two possible outcomes on this p-call, okay? So we are going to take this code and we are going to wrap it inside of this p-call. So what this p-call does is that it runs this code which is wrapped inside of it, okay? And since this code is the crucial part of this whole script, which actually throws out those errors, we are wrapping it inside of this p-call. So what does this p-call do? So we have two possible outcomes when it comes to executing this code. The first outcome is that everything works fine, means we succeed, therefore the success thing, the success variable. The second outcome is that this whole thing throws out an error, as it does currently. And this one would, be for this error M right here. Error M stands for error message. Okay, so what does this p-call do? In case that this code right here throws out an error, the whole script does not stop working, it just continues, okay? And this thing right here, it runs into an error, but that does not matter to us. So the script just still continues on. And if you want to recognize, or if you want to notice whether this whole script has run into an error, you can just basically do if error message. Then means if the error message is there, then you can either print it out if you want to, so it depends on you, on what you want to do with that. And the same thing goes for success. So if this code right here succeeds, means it just runs normally, then you can do some stuff if you want to, okay? But in our case, we do not want to do both. We just want to isolate this error and stop this error from blocking the whole script. Okay, so that's the purpose of this p-call in our case. So let me just equip all of these, and as you can see, we already run into an error when we try to equip the fighters. We should take care of that anytime soon as well. So I have equipped them. Let me stop and let me hope that those fighters save. Because if not, then, well, we have a huge problem. Okay, so there we go. Now let me try to unequip some of them, and as you can see, our fighters are still following us. Let me close it, and yeah, there we go. So our fighters are still following us. Now, this fix works fine, okay? Now the next thing, so the next error was about this equipping, okay? So as you guys have just seen, when I try to equip some of them, we run into an error. Let me see what actually happens in this case. So unequipped, equipped. Equip. Okay. So the problem right here is that this script right here is trying to do things too fast. So as you guys just have seen, when we try to equip a character, the following happens. So this unequipped characters right here is losing this certain fighter which we are trying to equip. And on the other side, this equipped characters right here, it receives another value, which is of course going to represent the fighter which we are trying to equip. Now, the problem here is that when we try to equip, as you can see, the name, first of all, is a completely different one. And then it just changes in, I don't know how much milliseconds, but it just changes. It changes or tries to change too fast, but it still is too slow for a script, okay? So the script starts to work with the previous name, and the previous name has to be value, because as you can see, this script right here throws out the error that value is not a valid member of the replicated storage. Means this value's name was value before, and the script decided to work with that. Sadly, the script which is responsible to put this value inside of here was not fast enough to, you know, to change the name. Therefore, we are receiving this error. So there are now two possible solutions for this one. We can either say that we want to apply this function, or we want to implement a delay inside of this function to give the value some time to actually change its name, or we can, instead of destroying a value inside of the unequipped fighters folder and then creating a completely new one inside of the equipped ones folder, we can just move the value from the equipped ones, from the unequipped ones to the equipped ones. You know? Let me try out that method. So, equip. As you can see, find fighter, so we are destroying it and then we are creating a completely new one. We could instead just do it this way. So find fighter, parent, and then basically just equipped characters. Okay, and this should work. So let's see if this has worked. Let me try to equip this one, and as you can see, it works. Well, I was about to say it works totally fine. Okay, it does, it does. Those had some kind of delay, but it works fine. Okay, let me unequip all of them, except for one, and let me re-equip all of them. As you can see, it works totally fine, guys. And that's the fix. That's the fix for all of our problems, guys. Alright, guys, so that's it with today's video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If so, leave a like, subscribe, share this video with all of your friends. Leave me feedback in the comment section, guys. Take care and see you in the next episode.